Hi everyone, Joshua Hanlon here in Chicago for Star Wars Celebration, and today I'm joined by David Hall from the Solid Brick Studios YouTube channel.
So unfortunately, this isn't mine, I know.
Even though a lot of people might think this is what you have at your house.
This is what I've always wanted to do. No, so I'm shocked. So Lego, what they've done is I counted it, so it's 18 by 18 base plates, gray base plates. So that's a total of, I think I did my math right, it's 324 base plates right here. And it's in total 36,440 Lego Stormtroopers that are not glued. They aren't glued. Like, I feel like, you know, a lot of the Lego displays at conventions are always glued. And I talked with the Lego team and they were like, no, we specifically made it so it's not glued. It's like it's realistic, like you know, the real Lego figures. They're not like, I don't know, like all glued together or something like that. So it's really awesome. And then when they told me, like, I kind of knew about this a little ahead of time, and when they told me that they were going to do this, I didn't know until I got here this morning that they were going to make it in the shape of an entire Stormtrooper helmet. I guess they call it as a Lego Star Wars Army, like that's what they call it, like an army, because like people will be like, well, this is Stormtroopers versus Clone Troopers, and the Guinness Book of World Records who certified this, they said it doesn't matter as long as it's a Lego Star Wars minifigure. So technically you could have 100,000 Princess Leias and count it as a Lego Star Wars army.
There's a little bit of leeway, wiggle room there.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, just to put on the comments on fire, like, oh my God, this isn't Clone Troopers. No, it's Stormtroopers. But either way, it's the new Stormtrooper from the new Dropship set. I think it's also from, like, what was it? The Death Star Escape came out in, like, I think January this year, 2019. So it's a new Stormtrooper helmet, the new design. They all have the Clone Trooper face under it, so technically this is a clone army, technically.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, they just had the Guinness World Record people here, so this is the official, like, a legit world record now.
Yes, so what was really cool is Lego actually let me be the official witness. So I don't know if that means I'll be actually in the book, like, oh, David Hall Solid Brick Studios certified the giant Lego Star Wars army. I don't know if they're going to do that or not. It's an actual official record now. It is officially going in the book. So those of you youngsters who still go to this Scholastic book fairs at your elementary schools, this will be in the book.
There you go. So are you familiar at all with the logistics of kind of how they got this here, how it was set up? Because obviously with this many minifigs, that's not a quick process.
Yeah, so they thought at first that they were going to do it like a day before the convention opened, but ultimately what they ended up doing is they had a separate facility. I don't know where it was, but I think it was in Chicago, around the area. They just rented out a facility, put all of them together, because you couldn't ship them, because then they would all, because they're not glued, they would all just fall off. So they kind of just put them together, put them in a truck, brought them in here, and they're individually, it's 2 by 3 base plate sections, so 6 base plate sections, and each of them has the design, and it's kind of like a puzzle, basically. You put it all together. And it's just this big sloping, you know, wood frame. It's actually strong enough if I wanted to stand on it. I'm not going to. If I wanted to stand on it, you could stand on it. So pretty cool.
And then it cut all together. It shows this amazing image here that they have on display at Star Wars Celebration.
My name is Christina Conlon. I'm an official adjudicator with Guinness World Records. This was an existing record category. Lego UK has actually held this record with 35,210 for 11 years. They set it in June 2008, actually. And they did Clone Troopers specifically. And yeah, it's not, obviously when Lego UK has set the record, it probably takes an entity like Lego US to be able to actually have the amount of minifigures necessary to do something this scale, this incredible. They had 12 people who did nothing but this for 38 hours. 16 of those hours were just assembling all these minifigures. So, I mean, it really was a massive undertaking. They decided they wanted to do it. They knew that this was their 20th year anniversary with their collaboration with Lucas Group, and obviously it is one of their most popular, if not the most popular partnership that they do as a brand. So they really wanted to do something extra special to celebrate that, so that they found out about this record title and knew that it would be the perfect way to really illustrate just how massive and incredible their partnership is.
Right, this is obviously a big year for Lego and Star Wars, so that's really amazing. So then you, as kind of the officiator here for this, what is it you're looking for exactly in terms of making sure that the official world record has been set here?
So one of the things that they needed was to provide an independent expert witness who is an expert in both Lego and Star Wars to confirm that all of the minifigures, all of the base plates, everything used in the display here today is both appropriate for both of those brands. That's one of the guidelines in this category. They also had to provide us with all of their design plans, have that approved well ahead of time. They had to provide it to us so that we could go through and count and confirm that the number that they told us were going to be in the display were actually the number that were going to be in the display. Give us a detailed inventory, show us all their order forms, and that's, for something like this, there might not be quite as long a list as evidence as for some other records, because really here it was about putting them together in a display and counting them out.
So was that you personally counting all of these out?
So, as I said, they did have to provide us with a piece of evidence that did give us a specific inventory. Now, the way that they did this, you can see the number here at the bottom, this section. Each section is actually 6 different square base plates here. So they were able to break them down and gave me an inventory that said, we know that in section 54, we should have 46 total minifigures between those base plates. And then did that the whole way through. So when I went through and confirmed with their documents that they sent to their design beforehand, because if you actually go up, these are specially printed so that each minifigure has its own black spot that it stands on. So that's how their design team actually did it without taking more time than 38 hours. They knew exactly where each little guy was supposed to stand. So when I came here, I was able beforehand to use their design plans and really count everywhere that they plan to have a stormtrooper stand. When I got here today, I took 2 hours beforehand. I was standing back there with a pair of binoculars so that I could see in the middle clearly and make sure that there is absolutely not one single black circle visible. Every stormtrooper that's supposed to be here is here, and each one is standing where they're supposed to be standing. I also today, just to make sure that nothing funny went up, I had a hand counter and I counted 6 base plate sections individually to make sure that each of those sections matched up exactly to what was shown on the design. So a few different ways that we checked this one today beforehand and on site. It was like an obsessive compulsive dream because every single number matched up perfectly.
Yeah, that's fascinating. It's such a rigorous process you have to go through to make sure it all turns out exactly like they said.
Absolutely. No, we really put people through their paces for sure. We don't care if you are Lego trying to break a Lego record. We will make you prove it down to every single last piece on there.
Thank you so much for explaining the behind-the-scenes process here. It's an incredible layout of Lego minifigs, so thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.